What is up, everybody? My name is Gavin, otherwise known as Viino, and this is episode 1 of the Just Life podcast. This is going to be a fun one. We actually had one episode prior. It was with Gabriella Warren, but pretty archaic. I would call that podcast, it's a, what's the word? I don't know, it's just going to go in the banks because we're moving everything up. I changed the name. We got better equipment. I'm going to be changing up this background a little bit. And yeah, so for this first episode, it's just going to be a solo podcast. I'm just going to be talking to the camera, and I'm going to be explaining what is the Just Life podcast, what do we hope to achieve, what's our team going to be, and what are our goals going to be. Yeah, pretty much just explaining what this podcast is and how we're going to go about achieving our goals. So, like I said, my name is Gavin. I go by Viino. I am a artist, producer, videographer, photographer. It kind of goes on. I do whatever I find interesting. I like to study as much as possible and then actively incorporate it into my life. So I started videography about 4 years ago, probably almost 5 years ago now. In my 8th grade year, I took video media arts class. I always thought that it was fun. I love movies. And it wasn't until about the last year or so that I started picking up the camera again and filming and getting all those angles and starting to learn. And it started with making a music video for my sister. I believe the first one that we did was for a cover. I think it was Decode. Yeah, it was fun. And then we ended up doing, she did a cover for No Time to Die. That one was super creepy. And then I just fell back in love with creating visual art through a camera, capturing different angles and scenes, and then compiling them together and editing it into something that you never would have ever imagined it would be. And I kept going with it. I got more equipment. I got a new camera. I got a backup camera. And I started my own business. And that is Valenzuela Visuals. That's my videography business. You can check it on Instagram at Valenzuela Visuals. And I'm pretty much just working towards freelancing and figuring out how to become an entrepreneur, start my own business, and move away from the whole day job, moving up a corporate ladder, and taking it kind of into my own hands. It's been a lot of fun already on the way. I've learned so much about who I am, what it is that I'm trying to film, who I'm trying to film for, and I just feel like I'm harnessing my craft over time. So that's videography and what I've been going into with that. I started getting into music about a year ago. I've always loved music. I learned a little bit about FL Studios in my freshman year. It was fun, but I never took it very seriously until Christmas of 2021. I picked up a guitar for the first time, and ever since then, it's just been off to the races. I love guitar so much. I spend a decent amount of time every day just playing it, and it made me fall in love with music. I started picking up the DAW again, started producing more, and I started taking piano classes so that I can learn theory and understand what it is that I'm doing. And I feel like I've just developed so much further than I ever could have imagined in such a short amount of time. I mean, it's barely been a year, and I've come to where I'm at now. I've dropped 2 songs total. I've got one on all streaming platforms. That's monumental. I just dropped one recently that's called Daywalker. That's only on SoundCloud. It's using a beat from Logic. He drops on his beats accounts at Peanut MPC. But yeah, so I had a fun time on that beat, and I actually made a music video for it. And I made it with my good friend who's over here behind the camera, my boy Jaden. He helped me film it all, send up the drone, was getting all those fucking shots for me that I needed. So really a lot of appreciation to him. But that takes me into my homie Jaden. So he's actually going to be helping me with this podcast, being behind the scenes, setting up all the cameras, helping make sure that everything's running smoothly. I'll probably be having conversations with him every once in a while, just because he's in the room. I'll acknowledge him. And mainly on the solo podcast, I'll be talking to him. And moving into the future, we'll definitely be having a lot of guest podcasts. I mean, there's a lot of artists in the area that I'm a fan of. I really enjoy them. I love listening to their music and seeing their work and their hustle. And I'd love to be able to bring them in here into this studio and expose them to the world and really show you guys who my friends and inspirations are. Moving a little further, I mean, I've been doing music with my sister for a while, and we just have a lot of cool ambitions when it comes to building our own brand, not just being artists, not just being producers, but making a brand, making a message for us to get behind and spread to everybody that's here to listen to us. And hopefully we can somehow help somebody out there, whether it comes to a sad song or even just showing that, dude, you can do whatever you want to do. Like, you can follow your dreams. A year ago, I was about to go into IT, and I really didn't want to. I was not having a good time going to college classes to get a certification for CCNA. And it wasn't me. I was really not enjoying it until I picked up that guitar and realized, bro, I got to burn my bridges. Like, or not my bridges, I got to burn the boats, because it's time to dive into this thing that I know is right for me. And as long as I put in the time, effort, dedication, blood, sweat, and tears, knowledge, and power, bro, I can make it happen, and you fucking can too. So yeah, we're making this podcast, the Just Life podcast, and that's going to be essentially the message of this podcast, is to show people that you can do what you want to do. As long as you're chasing goals that are preaching positivity and promoting the benefit of yourself and the progression of yourself and those around you, dude, you can make almost anything happen, man. There's a community everywhere you look of people that are beautiful creatives that want to help you and build a team and build a community of, you know, like I said, creatives that will build towards something bigger. And that's what this podcast is going to be. It'll be a hub for me to bring myself and all the people that I love together so that we can make something bigger and inspire others out there. So this is the Just Life podcast, man. So here we are. Like, this is episode 1, bro. This is how it all starts. It's going to be a year from now when everything's set up. We got a dope little background right here. We got better microphones. I got a cool ass guest that I never thought would ever be on my podcast in front of me. And we're going to be able to look at it and look back at this and be like, hoo-wee, humble ass beginnings. Maybe not humble, because we already put some investments into here, but you know what I'm saying. I'm sitting here rambling, not even knowing what I'm talking about, stumbling over my words. We're going to get on point and on, you know, we're just going to get sharper as we go with this podcast. We're going to have a lot more of, I guess, a direction when it comes to, you know what I mean, who we bring on, and you'll know. We'll build up a little social media following with all the clips from our podcast, and it's essentially just going to be fun, man. I want to take this as an opportunity to build consistency within myself. Come here at least bringing out like 2 podcasts a month at least, bringing on good guests every once in a while, and also just bettering myself when it comes to creating content, being able to talk to a camera, being fluent in my words, how to get my ideas out without a script. Because although I'm moving to using scripts more on YouTube, you know, it's different when it's live. Like, I can stutter as much as I want in front of a camera and just edit it out. But here, I'm fucking naked, bro. Like, I just gotta get it all down as it's coming out and not ramble and make it boring and annoying. And, you know, so that's one thing that I'm gonna be working on as we go throughout this. I'm sure eventually we'll have my boy Jaden coming in. We'll have some fun conversations with him later on down the line. One other thing that we wanted to kind of get the ball rolling on at some point is integrating a live performance aspect to the Just Life podcast. We're still bringing up names and trying to figure all the logistics out, but it would be really cool to once a month be able to bring out some artists and put on a live performance that's incorporated at the end of the podcast. You know what I mean? So we bring out an artist, have them explain who they are, what it is that they're doing, their goals, their reputation, the path that they've followed up until now, and then we can go into build another studio that we can go to and then go have a live performance and, you know, show off who they are and what they have to bring to the table. You know, so many big ideas. This is just the beginning. Like I keep saying, man, this is just the beginning. We've got so much to come, and I'm thoroughly excited for what is in our future. So I just want to thank everybody that's out there for listening to this point. I know I've been rambling, but this has been fun. I mean, I like this. You know, we got the second little camera going on over here. You know how it is, getting professional. So we got 2 angles to bounce around between. Maybe we'll have a third in the future. Who knows? But again, thank you guys all for watching, listening, wherever you guys are consuming this information from. I really appreciate you, and just get ready because there's going to be so much more to come, and it's going to be a fun community, man. I want to bring a lot of, motivation to everybody that's around. Just have fun interactions with everybody and have a place where you can come after your long day and find some inspiration and motivation. So hopefully we can do that for you guys. Once again, thank you so much. This has been the Just Life Podcast, episode 1. My name is Gavin, otherwise known as Viino. I got my boy Jaden over here. This is it, guys. And to infinity and fucking beyond. We got a lot of shit that's going to be coming, so let's just roll it out. Much love, everybody. Stay hydrated. Have an amazing rest of your day. Adios.